Hello, today we'll be talking about technology integration in our classroom with myself, Alyssa Baldwin, and Dan Claus Nesbitt. Technology has a profound impact on how children develop important mental and social skills. It is our role as early childhood educators to examine this technological impact for better understanding and educate our children. This presentation will explore screen time, its effects, and its viability as a tool. By understanding technology and how it affects children, we can work to foster a healthier and more effective learning environment, creating an environment where children are fully engaged, excited, and supported in the education process. Children now tend to have their first experience with digital technology before the age of 2, often before they can walk or talk. Burns and Gottschalk 2020, page 39. This early exposure can impact a child's overall sense of well-being. Another great quote from the book is the type of screen content and the social context of consumption at home versus in school alone versus with friends have been reported to influence behavioral outcomes. Burns and Gottschalk 2020, page 72. As educators, it's important for us to understand these influences and changes in behavior to better guide and support healthy development and responsible technology use in the classrooms. According to research from the article The Negative Effects of Technology of Children, NU 2023, since technology use increased around the year 2000, the average attention span has decreased from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. This 25% decline shows that children have a lower attention span to focus on educational tasks and stay engaged in classroom learning activities. As educators, this is a major concern. We need to be aware of how digital technology can distract children. We also need to be aware of how it has an impact on children's learning. Hence, educators have to be aware of how distracting and difficult technology is to get away from. Technology is in this day and age. Educators need to come up with ideas to keep students present and focused during lessons and limit screen time in the classroom. With seeing a decrease with in-person interactions, educators need to understand the impact that this has on children's development. Face-to-face interactions are vital for emotional development, as the article called The Negative Effects of Technology on Children NU 2023 states. They also mentioned technology use can cause social and behavioral problems in children because it minimizes the amount of time kids spend interacting with others. The Negative Effects of Technology on Children NU 2023.
The pandemic highlighted two beneficial screen activities for babies, toddlers, and families: interactive video chats and virtual story times. In fact, studies have shown that preschool children understand and learn equally well from dialogic reading over video chat compared with traditional book sharing, though this technology is not meant to replace traditional classroom learning. Developmentally appropriate digital educational content can provide children with new and exciting ways to interact with traditional content. And when it comes to technology, the educational benefits increase when parents and educators set limits and model healthy screen habits. And that's something we'll discuss in a little bit more detail because it's very important. Technology can be used as a teaching tool. We just need to make sure we ensure a balanced approach to hands-on experiences as well as managing screen time. It is very important to limit unsupervised screen time in children in class and spend less than 1 hour a day on technology at home or at school. We recommend combining screen time with physical activity to reduce sedentary viewing, such as through a video dance party or a sing-along where lyrics or music videos can be shown to the children. Additionally, screen-based learning can be combined with real-life learning events and experiences. This can help to reinforce information and learn new information. Some examples of this are as follows, like pairing a video on undersea creatures with a field trip to an aquarium or beach, learning something different about birds and seeing them fly by a classroom window. This is just ways you can combine real-life experiences with screen learning. The Canadian Pediatric Society recommends focusing on the 4 M's: minimize, mitigate, be mindful, and model. Minimizing screen use is essential. As experts state, we must limit routine or sedentary screen time to about 1 hour or less per day. Controlling how and when and for how long a child uses a device increases its impact as an appropriate educational tool. The child has access to the device when the caregiver deems it appropriate. Mitigating the negatives of screen time is simplified as caregivers are mindful about what children are accessing, prioritizing educational, age-appropriate, and interactive programming. Young children should not have free access to devices without parental oversight. When we're being mindful of screen time, this allows us to analyze our family's habits and develop plans for when technology is most beneficial, such as prioritizing shared family media use over solitary use. Transforming the screen time into a social activity helps benefit a child's developing interpersonal skills. Adults can also model healthy screen time by interacting with children in activities unrelated to screens, like physical activity, reading books, or arts and crafts. If a child sees an adult attached to a screen all day, they will assume that it is natural and learn to exist in a similar manner. If a child sees an adult use technology responsibly in conjunction with a variety of other activities, that will become their example of how to behave. While technology plays a significant role in children's lives, its impacts on physical, social, and emotional development require careful thought. Screen time's effects on children's well-being, such as the potential for decreased attention span, highlight the need for a balanced and mindful approach to its use. As early childhood educators, it is our responsibility to understand the effects of excessive screen time while recognizing that when used appropriately, technology can serve as a valuable educational tool. We'd like to thank you for viewing our presentation on technology in the classroom, and we hope you found something that you can take back to your classrooms and use to teach your children. Here's our references we used for this project: the Hospital for Sick Children, the book Education in Digital Age, the article Screen Time in Preschool Children, Promoting Health and Development in a Digital World by the Canadian Pediatric Society, and the book The Negative Effects of Technology on Children by the National University.